Good afternoon. We've had 2 good days of preparation, getting prepared for the Cowboys. A very tough and physical game. I'm sure it's going to be this Sunday night. Good football team, well coached. I think Dak is playing good football. I think he complements that with a solid run game with Pollard, and then his ability to be able to play action and get the ball down the field. Ferguson is a good tight end that can, hold his own in the run game and can definitely be a problem in the pass game. When you look at their receiving core, I think they're dynamic with CD Lamb leading the way. So with that, I take your questions.
Steve, do you, based on your film study, do you anticipate you'll get CD in the slot quite a bit in this game?
They move him around quite a bit, but they're always trying to find and create matchups, so yes.
When you talked earlier this season about using different nickels because you don't want to ever be in a situation to see what somebody has when you need them, you want to know beforehand. How has that worked out for you? Are you pleased with what you've gotten as far as production out of your 2 nickelbacks?
Yes, we are. I am. I think Oliver is playing well. I think you guys have probably seen that from week 1 to last week. I think he's doing some great things. He's great out in space, can make those hard tackles. I think he does a great job covering the slot and bringing pressure off the edge. So, and when we bring, Demo inside and put AT outside, I don't think we miss a beat. So, yes, I am pleased where we are right now at the nickel position.
Steve, how creative do you have to get when you're calling blitzes against a more veteran quarterback like that as opposed to some of the other guys?
I think you always have to be creative in regards to personnel, as you mentioned, scheme and what they're trying to do, and then that also affects who you have on your side of the ball. So we're definitely about changing things up each week based off what we're playing in our opponent. So we understand exactly who he is as a player and what he's capable of doing.
They look a little more West Coast-like as far as short passing games than they have in past years.
McCarthy's doing a great job. He's calling the plays now, and you can definitely see that on tape. Again, Dak is doing a great job putting the ball where it needs to be and where it's going. It comes out quick, and we got to make sure that we do a great job from a standpoint of playing zone, setting up, breaking on the quarterback. And when we are in man, we got to work our technique. We got to be sticky in coverage.
You faced a lot of teams that have made it a point to try to get the ball out quick, pretty much everybody this year. What is your process for what you used to refer to switch between zone and man when you want to come out and press and when you don't?
I think it's always the flow of the game. Everything equates with that. Personnel, down and distance, where we are on the field, those kind of things. So that goes into calling the game and trying to get the guys in the best position to be successful. So coming into a game, knowing that they're getting the ball out quick, it's different things that we have to do. But don't take it slight now. They will push the ball down the field as well. So we got to make sure that our eyes in the right spot. We're working our technique so we don't give an explosive play.
Where is Anthony Brown in his sort of physical readiness to be able to play at that?
That's really a personal question for him. What I've seen progress each week. He's doing some good things for his transition at the top end of the route. He's better understanding, the concepts that we're trying to get in zone coverage now, going into his 2nd week, eyes in the right spot. So he's progressing at that point in time where he's ready to go. I think that's a question for him.
How useful, or is it useful to go back and watch the playoff game just to see how the Cowboys tried to attack this defense last year?
It's always useful. I think you can't even tell you all the kind of games we go back and watch and try to find this and that, and are they consistent? This is what they've changed. So yes, I've watched that. We've all watched them.
Does Tony Pollard look as explosive as he did last year before his injury?
To be quite honest, I can't even tell he had an injury. That's how well he's running the ball. So yes, he does look explosive, and he's doing some good things. He can take it the distance. He can run in between the tackles. They love to try to get on the edge. So he's playing at a high level right now for him.
A lot of the guys that we're talking in training camp about how good this this defense could be reciting getting the ball and scoring once in a while on defense. And so far, I think you got like 5 takeaways. They haven't scored yet, but it's only 4 games in. How do you get those areas upgraded?
I don't really think there's any magic, formula in trying to get it done. It's just a point of emphasis. We give the presentation every week. Coach Sorensen does on the ball, and we're going after the ball. We're making attempts with the ball. So our intent is there. I think eventually we're gonna, we'll get those tips and overthrows. We'll get the forced fumbles. We'll be there. But I know right now the attention to detail is there, and hopefully they come this weekend.
Steve, the numbers show that Jackson, Farrell, and Hyder have 8 quarterback hits and like 243 quarterback snaps. You watch the film. What's the film show? How they're playing so far?
I think you're right. Not only those guys, but we're hitting the quarterback quite a bit. We just got to find a way, to translate those into sacks. I like where those guys are. One of the things that I emphasize and talk about as well, I think they're solid in the run game, and that's what I look for. That's what we look for in a complete player, particularly at the defensive end. Yes, we want them to be able to put pressure and get to the quarterback, and I think they're doing that at a high level. But I love right now how stout they are in the run game as well.
Steve, what happened on the Cardinals' first touchdown just before halftime? What was the issue on that one?
It's just really, understanding situational football, something that we talk about all the time, and something that I know we'll grow from, based off the call. Probably, didn't want to be in a press, give up the big play down the sideline, and then when they scored on the next play right there, it was just a missed tackle. So it wasn't anything schematically, but one thing that we have to do is understand the situation and don't give up the big play down the sideline.
Has Jalen Hargrave's familiarity with the Cowboys added any sort of extra tidbits for you just in terms of game planning?
He's definitely talked about the things that he was able to do, they were able to do in the past, going against those guys twice a year. Him and Chris talk all the time, and Chris and I, of course, collaborate and try to come up with the best formula up front. Chris does a tremendous job with those guys and creating and coming up with the scheme that particular week based off protections and those kind of things. So yes, we have got some tidbits from him, and hopefully they come into play for us on Sunday.
All right, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Guys, appreciate it.